Hey, it's Guillermo Mata here. Thank you so much for coming out and watching this presentation. I appreciate you taking time out of your day. Today, we have a major announcement that we're going to be making, and it's super important that I hear from you in the comments. I appreciate you. I didn't expect so many people to come out. There's already a couple of hundred people or so signing in right now. I could see all the chat filling up. Do me the favor, if you could hear me loud and clear, as you know, as I always say, with these kind of platforms, they kind of get a little glitchy at times. So if you could hear me loud and clear, could you leave some ones in the chat box? And I'm just going to shout everybody out that's here. In the meantime, we won't be here that long. We should be here for about, I want to say 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes, and get everything going. Brian Jackson, what's up, Brian? Brian, I appreciate your time. Brian and I actually had a call. We got on a call and we spoke. Maybe later toward the end of the presentation, Brian, if you're open to it, you could share maybe some of the things you might have discovered through our call and so on. That'll be super helpful. Chris Z, Ernest, George, Jill, Nicole, Rex, thank you all so much for coming out. I appreciate your time. As you know, okay, I can see that you all can hear me nice and clear. There's a lot of changes that are happening for good reason and, for the better for all of our community members. Starting off with the way um, YouTube decided to start monetizing videos. Unfortunately, that's not going to work for our model. For Red Torn Media, for us, has always been, my vision for our community has always been to keep things nice and intimate and private. That's been important to me. The reason I wanted to go about it that route, because I know how competitive this space can be. This space can be very competitive. And at the same time, if I may say, it could also be very abusive. So what ends up happening sometimes, and we've witnessed it unfortunately, we get these new guys that come across our platforms and then they just want to use our platform for a day and then they're quitting the next day. And you and I know, if you've been doing this long enough, you know that that is not the right mentality you want to have when you're starting anything, period. You want to think long term. And I don't need to even go further into that. Um, so yeah, YouTube decided to start monetizing our videos without our permission, and we're like, no, we're not gonna do it. We just, that's just not, we appreciated how things were before. Before we used to be able to share our content, and we could publish our videos, and there would be no ads being shown on those videos. Well, now they've made it to the point where even your hidden videos get monetized, and we just don't want that. We don't want that for our community. And again, YouTube is always, for us personally, has been an outlet that has helped us, spread the word about Red Torrent Media. And we're at the point now where we have over 20,000 people in our community, and we're happy with that. We're happy with the support that we're getting. And I want to make it clear that on our channel, like, I'm still going to post some of our main announcements and gather your feedback. That's always helpful for us. However, more of our strategy videos that I'll show you in just a moment, like on YouTube, um, a lot of that is going to be posted inside of the portal. I'm going to show you the portal in just a moment. So more of your strategic videos, if you've gone to my channel and you've seen videos, me showing you how I've reached out to a business on Craigslist and got a response in a day, strategies like pay per lead, billboards, and so on and so forth, a lot of that is going to be private. So that's going to be all within inside the portal. So whenever I post those videos, only our newest contributing members will have access to all of that content. So I'm going to stop all the talking here and get the ball rolling. And again, Ernest Jackson, George Christopher, I appreciate you all coming out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and expand my screen here, and you should see it open in just a couple of minutes. Yeah, all for the better today. This is going to be a super short webinar going over our contributors program. We're going to do some Q&A as well. So do please feel free to ask questions at the end of the webinar. So diving right into it, this is like all the bragging I'm going to do. You guys know me if you've been around me for a long time. I'm the CEO at Red Torn Media LLC. Today, we're not talking about any platforms in particular. We're talking about our newest contributing contributors program. I'm just going to get myself out the way so I'm not so much of a distraction. So I'll bring myself back at the end of the presentation. So let's continue forward. So as you already know, I operate a digital community with over 20,000 digital consultants. You know, our focus has always been business development and technology. And through that, we've been able to help so many. Along with my experience, you know, I've been in the digital world now over 10 plus years, and I've worked with many, you know, across overseas, all over the United States and more. And I've sat amongst some legends that unfortunately have passed, and I've been able to you know, really share wisdom and knowledge with a bunch of people in the space that, you know, come from, you know, a place of experience and so on. So moving forward, as I've mentioned before, November 1st, which is in about 4 to 5 days from now, we're going to be changing the way that we distribute content to all of our members. And this is all happening November 1st. And as I mentioned before, a couple of minutes ago, this is all happening for the better. And again, all for the better. Normally, when we distribute content to support our members, has always been via YouTube, email, and all of our other sources that we use. So it will no longer be going that route. How we'll be distributing now, most of our content is going to be via our portal. So our portal, I'm going to show you, it's actually pretty cool. You're going to be able to book calls with us. You're going to be able to chat with us. We're going to be able to create assignments together, merge a lot of the platforms together. You're going to see it's pretty cool. At the same time, you're going to be able to access the platforms right from the portal as well to make it nice and easy to get you the support you need moving forward so you don't feel like you're lost. I just want to make sure you could see my screen as I'm sliding this presentation. Could I get some ones in the chat box if you could actually see my browser? I apologize. You got to pause sometimes with GoToWebinar. It acts a little shaky. Awesome, Jill, I appreciate you all. Rex, Brian, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and keep moving forward. So we'll continue to utilize YouTube. You'll get my email updates as you normally do. However, on YouTube, what you're gonna see is more of like our main announcements. So just keep that in mind. So why exactly are we changing things up? So the digital sphere, as I've mentioned, is changing to the point where, you know, YouTube unfortunately decided to start monetizing our videos. And, you know, we didn't really appreciate that. You know, YouTube is a ginormous, you know, corporation. So, you know, there's nothing that we can do about that. And I think that at the same time that, you know, this is informative information for you. I'm not sure if you know this, but if you have like hidden videos and things like that on your channel, or even published videos, and you have like a couple of thousand subscribers, they will monetize your videos. You know, we've chosen not to monetize. We didn't want to monetize our videos, but they didn't give us a choice. So we decided that we're just going to start migrating on to our own platform. So moving forward, email support will still be available, so you could get the support you need. That's always going to be there. So you could reach us at devsupport@redtourmedia.app and via all of our platforms. It's always been my vision, as I mentioned a moment ago, to keep Red Tour Media LLC private from all of the outside noise and, you know, abusive users that usually like to spy on our tools. They'll buy into it and then use it and then quit the next day. We really don't want that. And I think that at the same time, it protects not only us, but it protects our users as well and keeps us focused on the mission. So this is why we've decided to design the contributors outlet for you to be able to strategically process and get the content you truly look for via our platform. At the same time, the guidance that you need as well. I want to take a quick pause and educate you on members that we've been able to help through this journey past 10 years. And I share this not to, you know, for anything else, but to encourage you moving forward. So Cherise Craig, she was actually one of my students. She's actually not a contributing member right now, and I say that transparently, but I share this with you because I've actually had a chance to work with her, and then I've been able to change the way that she sees marketing today, the way that she runs her agency. She actually runs a very successful agency today. My friend here, Robert Wilson, another one, he came to us looking to improve his ad skills, and we were able to help him out here. And as you can see here, we got him some really low CPCs through our strategies. So moving forward, Red Tour Media members are landing clients with our help, and you have absolutely no clue how proud we are of them. Starting and running an agency over time gets bumpy due to the many moving parts. And with the right support, we believe we can alleviate a lot of that and get you on track. So this is Sid Lloyd here. Sid Lloyd here, as you can see, he actually landed a client through our coaching services. And again, I share this with you to encourage you moving forward. I share this with you to so you can think long term, in that regard. So we've been able to help folks as far as that, the United Kingdom. Jonathan O'Chevry was one that came to us looking for help. He was looking to tap into the digital world, more on the digital product creation side of things. And I was able to, you can see here, we actually met here in Dallas, Texas, and we were able to connect. It was actually pretty cool to see him in person. He was like, wow, we were all shocked, and we created some amazing things. I was able to help him through that journey, and he's very successful today, travels the world. And I'm, blessed to say that I've been able to help him through that journey, and I'm very proud of that. I'm passionate about this. This is what I do on a daily basis. So we've taken, Florida-based agencies and completely changed the way that they operate their business. This is the Tollbar family. We've been able to help them help their entire family-based agency out here, not too far out in north of Tampa. So it's like, I believe it's like an hour or so. They're out in Orlando on the outskirts, and they're crushing it, man. And again, we've been able to come in and help them. So it's been pretty cool. So I realized that via coaching sessions, I've always enjoyed jumping on calls naturally with students and working closely with them. It allowed me to get a different perspective and form strategies based on my experiences in the digital marketing space. So as you can see here, we like to have fun in our calls. You can see here, Jonathan closed over 450 sales on his own. Louise hired us to assist him on expanding his agency. We've even gone as far as work with some legendary guys in the martial arts space. So it's been pretty cool, and I want to continue moving forward with this. But at the same time, this is not so much coaching, but this is more like I mentioned before in my emails. This is like being a part of a board where you actually have a say, where you actually get to chime in, and whenever we're developing products, you get to hear about them. We'll announce them to you. You get to beta test, and it really comes with a lot of really cool perks. So moving forward, what exactly are the changes? So without a doubt, we'll continue to serve you as we've always done. If you're a subscriber to our channel, you'll receive notifications if they're turned on for major announcements. You'll also get our updates and support via email as well. Again, this is all part of our commitment to, for all of our Red Swan Media members. So as you already know, like, we don't charge any monthly fees at all. Like, for all of our platforms, when I tell you we're committed to you, we truly are committed to our members. Like, anybody who chooses to become a member of Red Swan Media and then go ahead and, enroll in one of our platforms and sign up, we commit to you right away. There's no monthly fee there. There's nothing. We eat up a lot of these costs, to essentially allow you to see that, there's massive opportunity in this space. And so long that you're strategic and you stay informed and you stay ahead, you're almost always going to be winning. So via our contributors portal, you'll find all of our strategic videos, and that's not all either. We provide you with revamped support and resources you need so that you stay ahead in this ever-changing digital marketing space. So here's this is a quick breakdown on some of the features built inside of our platform. So you get the contributors dashboard. You can form and track all assignments with our team strategically, track if you're hitting your mark or not. Consistency is key, and we make sure that you're moving forward together. So in short, if I may elaborate a little more, together we can form assignments for you. And so you have accountability, which I believe is important. We're gonna be able to guide you through that process, and I'll break it down. I'll show you in the portal in a moment, show you how it works. You're gonna have contributors messaging. Our messaging system allows you to add video attachments and lots more. Scale this opportunity as it'll allow you to speak internally to myself, Guillermo Mata, and my entire development team, and my head developer, Hassan and Wally. These are the elite guys that I'm telling you, you want to speak to as well. Use the chat to set up appointments, via screen sharing, build those relationships and more. And I think that as I go through this process, this is an awesome opportunity for you when we get on these calls to develop our relationship together so we can continue to get to know each other a little more and continue to work together as a team. Okay, these are all the things that I wish I had when I first started my agency. So contributors, video feeds, strategic videos will be posted internally, announcements occasionally may be posted on our channels. Our video feeds keep you updated automatically. Discover the how-to strategies and ways you can scale your agency further long term. Contributors chat, our open chat feed will allow you to build again with members inside of our portal and have those open discussions in relations to marketing. You can network with others, small businesses, and more. You have your contributors announcements. Keep updated daily on our internal updates, including beta, tests, news, testing, and more. These updates are exclusively for our contributors only. So I want to make it clear that when we start, connecting the dots or moving toward developing a platform, the minute that we begin the beta processes on our end, we're actually going to announce it to you and let you know and invite you to be a beta tester so you get an inside look and lots more and more. You're going to see, we're also going to provide you, our members, with the support that you need. By lowering that cost a little more, we're going to provide you with promo codes as well that you could use on any of our platforms moving forward, okay? And again, you're going to get the contributors platform access, instantly access any of our platforms via our contributors portal. Over time, we'll be adding more features and more. And this is another one that caught a lot of our members' attention. This is pretty cool because our contributors management as part of this program, we're going to be able to manage your platforms for you. So let's say you have an ad going at Digital Billboard app, you have an ad going at geofencing app, and you're kind of lost or you feel like you just need some management help there. You want another set of eyeballs on that campaign and you want us to maybe tweak it, make some changes for you. Well, guess what? As a contributor member, you get all of that, okay? So elaborating a little more here, we wanted to provide you with the opportunity for us not only to guide you through our platforms, but to help you further understanding campaigns, functionalities, logs, and more. So this is a great opportunity for all of our members inside. As you can see clearly, we're in this to support you. This portal is our central point moving forward, and we're going to be pouring a lot more into it like we've done all of our platforms. Brian Jackson, this is my man right here. He's actually on the call. I had to shout him out. I'm hoping that he'd be willing to come on a little later and maybe share with you his experience when we jumped on the call. So we move together as a unit while at the same time providing you with individualized backing, the individualized backing that you need. So we did a soft announcement not too long ago, and our members appear to be very happy with this opportunity. And just like I told my buddy Brian on this call, there's just nothing like having a solid support systems behind you, providing you the guidance and support and resources. Having a support system is key as an agency, and I cannot repeat that so many times, right? Like, again, I remember back in my starting days in New York City, it was not easy. I wished for something like this where I had the support and tools and resources. I didn't have that back in the day, and it was hard. It was hard for me moving forward. So you as a contributor may request beta tests. You could pre-launch with us. And again, as a contributor member, you also get that perk, that capability to request add-ons, and they are highly considered. So if you see something like, say, within one of our current platforms, you see something that you want added, you can request it to us and we'll show you how in just a moment, and we'll take it into urgent consideration. So let's take a look at the contributors portal. I'm gonna minimize my screen here. So I'm just gonna come here to the portal. So this is the portal here. If you could see the portal on your side, just go ahead and put some ones in the chat box. I would truly appreciate that. I can see that a lot of you see the portal. So welcome to the Red Toro Media Contributors Portal. This is going to be our now central point, okay? So you notice up here, you got your total strategies, pending strategies, delayed strategies, completed strategies. So together, as we communicate through this journey, you and I, we're going to be able to form strategies together, okay? And I'm just going to refresh my screen real quick to make sure I'm logged in. So we're going to be able to form strategies together. So what are strategies? Strategies are strategies that you and I inside of this portal will create together. So this could be anything from merging our platforms together. Maybe you're having a hard time with one, so we'll form a strategy based around that, kind of like a task per se, right? So whenever we form these tasks, you'll see it on your end. So right now I'm on a general users portal, right? So right now I assign this account with an assignment, all right? So you see it here, you got your title, status, category, very important a lot. On your end, you can control the status, the progress, start and end date, and more. You got a quick intro video up here that you can check out. You got a group chat as well. And then our announcements they're right here. And for our contributors, you have access to our contributors chat inside of our mobile app, which is available on Android. Just click here, you could download it. So you could access this on the go. Okay, so while you're on the go, say you're going to close a deal, maybe you're working toward that and you need some help, well, you're a contributor now, right? This is like win-win for all of us moving forward. Let's see here. So let me go into, let's see here. Let's go into video feeds. So video feeds, this is where you're gonna find a lot of our strategy videos. They're gonna be posted here starting next week. So you're gonna see a lot more videos being updated here. Resources are gonna be posted here as well. So if you're looking for strategies and PDFs and guides, we're gonna be posting those here in this area. You could book a call with us as well. So we give you a form for you to fill out. Okay, so these are 30-minute calls. These are not coaching calls. So these are calls for you to speak with us, even me, my team as well, my head developers. You could set up group calls with us and individual calls with me only, so we could go over your plans. It doesn't necessarily have to be in relations to like, you know, our platforms. It could be in relation to something else in your business, something that you're just looking for another set of eyes on. You're looking for another perspective on, a knowledgeable perspective. So you just fill out this form, it comes to us, and then we'll coordinate a time and date. Something really cool that we decided to do is integrate our platforms as well. So this means that if you're a contributor member, as you can see here, I'm logged into my account, you could actually log into all of our platforms here. We're going to be adding more over time and really like improving the integration process a little more. So you can access everything from right here, right on this platform. So you could access cinema ads, programmatic TV, Survey, our cinema-based platform, and lots more. You just click on that link, you log in, and you're ready to go. You're done. Okay. Now, announcements are going to be more of your, announcements for all of you pertaining to videos and lots more. Your strategies will be in this area here. To view your strategies, you click on view. And when you click on view, I'm going to break it down here. So let's say we get on a call and you're like, gee, I need some help with this, right? So that's an assignment right away. I have to create an assignment for you, and then you control it 1000%. So you can let us know, okay, well, I'm now 25% done, right? Then you have your sub strategies here. This is just, if you feel like you want to add more to this current strategy, you could add comments. Like this is an example comment I put here. And just keep me updated on where you are with that assignment. You could leave your own notes, attachments, and then you have videos as well. Okay. Let's move forward here and go into our messaging area. Okay, so our messaging area is pretty cool. We dropped down all of our users' names right now, so you could write them. If I wanted to write, say, Luis Ramirez, I could actually just say, hey, I seen you on the chat. Let's set up a call. I know how to do PPC. So you see where it starts to connect now, right? Very simple. You could, you have full control here. You could add videos, maybe introduce yourself. And now you're seeing here why this is like our central hub, right? Like this is everything that you can basically need to get yourself moving forward in the right direction with our support. Now, during business hours, right now, our team is not on the chat. You're going to see a chat that appears for you to get that more of your technical support and so on and so forth. All right, pretty cool, right? So let's continue with the presentation. That was just a little bit on the portal. I can see that some of you in the chat are like asking for the link. So again, you have that inboxing capability. It'll allow you to write us directly. You could write other members as well. You could access this platform on the go via our mobile app and on your device as well. It is mobile responsive. So remember, we'll create strategies together so you're not lost. You have that chat in there. So in short, like if you have, say, Billboard app, you have our Ringless app, you have mobile triggers, and you just want to bring them all to a central point, this is your central point right here. You could connect with other members, ask them how they're using it, and more. You got your total strategies, pending strategies, delayed strategies, completed strategies. We added this area to, again, create some kind of accountability. You know, I believe that accountability is key. If you don't have no one there to support you moving forward, then how are you even going to move forward? You know, we could motivate ourselves to an extent, but you know, having someone who has been knowledgeable, has that wisdom, right? That you know, you could put trust in them, then that's golden. You know, so that's essentially what this is all about. Resources, you have your resources. We're going to be posting downloadables and lots more, all via this platform. So we wanted to open this opportunity to all of our members. Again, we're committed to our members, and if you own any of our platforms, you already know this is a great opportunity for you to scale up even more. Okay, so with that said, you guys know with all we poured here, I could charge a pretty large premium for access to our portal. As a matter of fact, our coaching students have access to a similar portal as well. Okay, so you know, and they pay something like it's something like over $3,500 for coaching. So I want you to be mindful of that. So are you ready for the price? And I'm probably sure it's going to blow a lot of your minds away. But keep in mind that November 1st, a lot of this is changing. All right, like I mentioned before, the way we publish content, the way we provide support, the way that we communicate our updates, a lot of that is changing, and you're going to see it come November 1st. Your fee is $24.99. I remember when I talked to Brian, he was like, what? No way. I'm like, yeah, Brian, it's really $24.99. So again, this is not going to stay like this because November 1st, we can't keep it this low. So while things are low, this is a perfect opportunity for you to just get signed up. And I'm just going to go ahead and drop this link here to our contributors link. And I'll just continue through the presentation. I have a Q&A as well to answer your questions. And I dropped the link there. On this page, you'll get more details as far as like, you get more emphasis on what the dashboard is and so on and so forth. And again, your contribution is like, it's more like a win-win because you're getting, like I said, that central point, that portal where you could access all of our platforms, communicate with us, set up calls with me and my head developers, even with your own team. So if you have a team, make the most out of these 30-minute calls. I mean, it doesn't hurt anything, right? It's $24.99. So that link is now in the chat. So you play a huge role inside of our community. You know, you truly do. And this is not just some support group. This is not, okay, I'm paying for just support. No, you're paying for a lot more than just support here on a monthly basis. Your contributions, I'll tell you transparently, and I put it on that page, they go toward the servers to maintain a lot of the platforms that you're using with us today. It goes toward our team. It goes toward our portal. It keeps everything alive. So that's why your support is vital here. If we see that not a lot of people are choosing to support, well, we have to lower the way we put out content. We have to really minimize the way we communicate and more, and we don't want to do that. So this is, again, a great opportunity for you to build and create and again, with us as a unit and build a solid relationship with us, okay? So moving forward, I got a Q&A here, and I'm gonna go ahead and answer some of your questions here. I just typed up some questions to make sure that they're ironed out. So is the price changing? So November 1st, the price will go up a little, but you know, as I mentioned, from the timing, as like you can see on the page right now, we got about 5 days, and the price right now is only $24.99. Can you set up time? Okay, so you can set up time with me for 30 minutes, okay? Based on our calendars, based on your schedule, we'll set up time and we'll get on a call so we can talk more strategy moving you forward. It doesn't need to be about our platforms. These aren't technical support calls. These are more like support sessions. Maybe you're struggling with a particular vertical. Maybe you need another set of eyes on a platform, or you're just looking for another perspective. Well, you got someone reliable, knowledgeable, who's been doing this for 10 years plus now, so you have that support. Can we set up group calls with your developers? You can absolutely do that as well. I encourage you to do that and take full advantage. Will you have a built-in chat for us for an emergency? Built-in chat will be there as well. So if you need that internal tech support, you can definitely reach out to our guys. So it's going to be all available for you. So you get that quick and fast response that you're looking for. Can we make requests or platform suggestions? As a contributing member, you have absolutely just as much control as I do. So I really need you to understand that as a contributing member, we're thinking long-term here. This is an opportunity for you to build a relationship with us, with our development team, to build a relationship with other like-minded people who are looking to move forward just like you. It's a different set of group of eyes and people that are in here in comparison to those that are not contributing at all, that are just looking for free stuff all the time. You and I know in this marketing world, if you're not investing in your agency or in yourself, you're very much likely way behind. So how often are the videos and resources posted for contributors? Daily. So every week, starting next week, you're going to see videos, you're going to see content, you're going to see downloadables, as I mentioned, all via our contributors portal. So how will the assignments be set up? So the assignments are set up with us. So via the portal, as I just showed you a moment ago, you could message us, message me, or you could fill out that form. You fill out the form, you fill out some basic questions, let us know what you want to set up the call for, the time and dates that work for you. We'll coordinate a time and date, and we'll set up a couple of links for you. So we'll give you a phone call link so you can call us and call into the actual meeting, or you could just join us on GoToWebinar and we'll give you more of a like over the shoulder view and so on and so forth using screen sharing, okay? Just like this, like we're on GoToWebinar right now, so it'll be just like this. So can I speak to you privately via the platform? Absolutely. So if you feel like you're busy, maybe you want to get something off your mind, you might want to speak to us. You know, like I told you before, in the digital world and this consulting world, it's ever changing and it'll make you feel a little scattered sometimes. Use the portal to communicate with me, with our developers, so you can get that advice that you need moving forward. So you can move forward with confidence. Do you intend on improving the portal for us as members? Yes. So we're going to continue to improve the portal. As you're already seeing, you can log into our platforms. We're going to be automating that a little more in the next couple of days. So you definitely want to be on the lookout for that. Can we use the portal on the go? You can absolutely use the portal on the go. You could access it via our mobile app. You could access it via our platform itself. It's mobile responsive. So keep that in mind. However, the contributors chat will be available to you, only contributing members, so you can speak to us while you're on the go. So can we text you if needed? So you can text us. We're going to be providing you with a number. It's not published right here. I cannot publish it because there's a lot of people on this call who are not signed up. But there will be a number that you'll find inside where you could actually text message me and my developers. Can I use the chat and to private message other members? You can absolutely do that as well. You could message other members, as I've mentioned. Can you help us with the platform related issues and management? So this is a feature inside of the contributors platform that really caught a lot of our members' attention. You know, this was actually a game changer for us because it's again, like I said, it's a win-win for all of us because you're getting that support at the same time. It's going to allow us to manage each and every platform for you. You just have to let us know what the struggle is, what the issue is, and then we can go in and actually start working on your campaign, start making those changes that you requested, and just keep an overall, like for example, like let's say you have Ringless app running, but then you have Digital Billboard app running. You know, you're busy running your agency. So as a member, it allows us to and me, including me, I'm behind this as well. I'm overseeing a lot of what my team is doing and ensuring that in that process, you're up to speed and you're running 1000%. It's not like, oh, am I actually running or not? Is my Ringless app running, or is my Billboard app campaign running? Is it functional? So you don't have to go around emailing dev support at redtourmedia.app. Now you have the portal where you could just reach us directly. So again, $24.99. That is like the price of a what? Like a Subway sandwich or something like that nowadays with inflation costs, right? Right. So again, now all you have to do is go to redtourmedia.com/contributors right now. Don't think about this. I mean, $24.99. That is absolutely nothing. Your contributions go towards something way bigger. You're a part of something. You're a part of this community. Your input is just as valuable as my input. You have as much say as I do in everything that we do as a contributing member. We value you here, and we want you to know that. And so that's why we decided to go down this route. So now you can see that this change was for the better. So let me go over the platform one more time, the portal, and break it all down again. So remember, you have your total strategies, pending strategies, completed strategies. So total strategies are the total strategies that we created. Pending strategies is like, for example, this one here, where you can update it, all right? And when you update it on my end via the admin, it lets me know that you're like 50% of the way done. So we can keep the communication going, okay? Now, when you click on this arrow here, you can view the actual task that we created together or assignment. So you could add comments, notes, attachments, and even videos if you feel the need to, or I could add videos as well, which is pretty cool. As I mentioned as well, we provide you with a video feed. Next week, you're going to start seeing a lot of those updates. You could book a call with us as well. So via this form, you fill out this form, we'll set up a time and date for us to get connected. You have access to all of our portals here, just like I meant, all of our platforms via this portal. So you can log in here and utilize it. And at the same time, think about how strategic you can be with us supporting you through this process, right? So moving forward here, you have access to all of our platforms here, as you just seen. Let's see here, announcements. Announcements is going to be available for you as well. So you can see all the updates and you know, all the announcements that we have coming up. Okay, so that is pretty much it for this update. Are there any questions that you have in relationships to, in relation to the portal? Guillermo, can you drop the link? Absolutely, I'll go ahead and drop the link. Yep, that's only, someone just asked here, is it really $24? Yes, it's really $24, okay? So, and I want you to be mindful that this is not coaching. This is nothing to do with coaching. Like I said before, this is more like being a part of a board where you actually have a say in things and you have the support that you need. Is this the same product, the top tier support? Absolutely, Ronald. So this is the same exact thing. We actually went ahead and introduced it via the Cinema Ads platform, and we realized that a lot of our members took advantage. So we went ahead and wanted to introduce this program to all of our members. So if you're already in, then you're fine. Jill Highland is already in, so congrats. Brian Jackson is in as well. Congrats. Let me close my screen here. All right. So Rex is asking, yep, that is the same program that we put out through Cinema Ads. So if you already enrolled, do me the favor. This is the first day that we're opening up the platform to everybody. So do me a favor and email me devsupport@redtourmedia.app so we could send you a link. If you're just signing up now, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. You'll be redirected to our registration page for you to sign up. Steve is saying I haven't been able to access via Zexa to Cinema. Awesome. There you go. So if you're running into issues at the I don't know why Zexa's creating issues for our friends overseas. But dev support at redtourmedia, that app, if you're running into issues in that regard. Let's see here, George Wilson, this is great. Appreciate that. Can you show us the portals? Absolutely. So it's right here. All of the portals, you're going to be able to access them here. Survey, IVR, all of our platforms, you can log in right here and you could access them. And then like, let's say you're using our Survey IVR, which is mostly built for lead gen. Say you found something really cool, you're getting responses, you could message me, right? So you go to messages and then you go into Guillermo Mata and say, hey, G, how are you, right? And then you, or whatever, you could add an attachment, you could send it to me, and then we could just keep the conversation going. Absolutely, absolutely. So you're gonna get more of your technical support work in via our chat, which is not showing up right now, but it'll be there most likely tomorrow. So it'll pop up on and off, but it's basically a little chat that appears and you could talk to our guys directly. Ronald Schmidt is in, congratulations. And this is a huge announcement. So this is not like, and let me go to my YouTube channel real quick. youtube.com/Guillermo Mata. Okay. They just announced the new handles not too long ago. So, so a lot of these videos that I'm going to show you here. So like announcements like these, like this was once one announcement here. So these announcements will be going live, but a lot more of your like videos, like the one I did about Craigslist, for example, where I actually landed that client and I had them respond to me. And all those kind of like, you know, those kind of typical strategic videos like these here, you know, like this one right here, broker digit. You see how, you know, all these views, 7K views and stuff like that. That's not going to happen anymore. A lot of, you know, our videos are not going to be published on inside of the portal. So let's see here. Let me just go back. And again, come over to redtourmedia.com/contributors. You'll get more details on the program, why we decided to put it together if you feel the need to. You get a screenshot of what our typical calls look like and all the people we've been able to help. We do have an annual option as well. So if you feel like, hey, look, I'm just going to do this and do this for the year, why not? Then you have an annual option as well. Okay, George Wilson is in, congrats. So Rex, this is a good question. He's asking, are we limited to calls in a given week? It really depends on the schedule. I didn't really set any, I'm gonna be completely transparent and honest. There's no limit to it. I'm just gonna bring myself back. I always forget I'm doing 1,000 things here. So I'm gonna, we're gonna be able to speak, you know? So that's without a doubt. It just all depends on the scheduling. So if there's like a couple of, you know, 10 people that have book calls, there might be one available that following week, and we'll let you know openly. Let's see here. So if you already signed up because you picked it up via our previous release, go ahead and email me devsupport@redtourmedia.app, and my team is online now, so they'll go ahead and send you access. Jill Highland, I like the platform altogether. I appreciate the comments. Yes, so Michael St. Marie is asking if it allows you to speak to someone over the phone. So when we set a call, you're going to be able to speak to us directly. So it'll be just like this. GoToWebinar sometimes provides you with a number. In relations to text messaging, that's a separate number that I haven't showcased right here, but you're going to get access to that number so you could text message us, write us, and alternatively, you have our mobile app, which is down here, and only our contributing members will be able to write us via that app, via that chat, okay? Because we have a paid chat within the mobile app, and then there's a contributors chat. So if you're already in the contributors program, you're fine. Awesome, Ronald. That's great. Awesome. So are there any other questions in relations to the portal? As I mentioned before, I'm just going to do one quick spin of it one more time. Hopefully everybody here, there's a couple of hundred of you here, is signed up already for this opportunity. This is huge. It's for everybody. All of the updates are going to be posted here. When you click on announcement, you get all the updates posted here, how it works, and so on and so forth. And we actually broke it down via this chat here. Remember that you could write our members directly. You could see their names when they sign up. You could book a call with us directly as well. And then you have access to all of our apps. Remember, Digital Billboard app, Programmatic TV. There are 2 IP targeting and device ID app that we're going to be changing IPs on. There's a couple of changes that we need to make on that platform. IPs change sometimes and it requires us to dig back in and make changes. So those are going to be updated as well. So if you're in right now, if you went ahead and you signed up for the contributors program, I'm excited to personally work with you. So if you could go ahead and let me know in the chat, I'd be more than happy to shout you out. I'm going to bring myself back really quick. I'm going to shout you out. So let me know in the chat if you've been signed up for the contributors program. All right, so let's see here. George Wilson, again, Brian Jackson. Hey, Brian, would you be able to jump on the call real quick? I'm not sure if your time allows, but that'll be awesome. I think that everyone here would, essentially get maybe your perspective as a member in relations to the call. Awesome. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to bring Brian Jackson here. Awesome individual, doing some amazing things, I must say. I'm just going to go ahead and add a panelist. And there you are. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Let's see here.
Let's see if I can get my audio working.
Give me one little tiny moment.
Hold on, let me get, okay.
It's likely my audio. Oh yeah, that's why. Okay.
Can you see me? Oh, I'm here.
What's up, Brian Jackson? How's it going, bro?
How you doing, bro?
It's good to see you again. It's good to see you. Good to connect. I decided to shout you out a couple of times. I think that this is important. You know what I mean? As a community, I'm a big believer in transparency. Transparency is key. So I know we had that one call the other day. Can you give like other members here and maybe others that are going to be watching, like your perspective on like what that call was like when we spoke and so on? Also introduce your company as well. We gotta let everybody know your agency name and all of that.
Okay. Yeah, hey, I appreciate that, man. I'll shout that out for my company at the end, but that call, well, I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time, face to face, and that call really gave me a lot of positive energy. So much so that after we got off the call, I actually talked to another client, and we remember we were talking about the vertical that I'm going into. That I'm trying to penetrate.
You want to keep the vertical in the hush here.
I'm not gonna say nothing, but this is the good aside from that, man. The good aside is that when you get energized from this kind of stuff and interacting, all kind of ideas start popping in your head, and then when you start sharing with other people, like your clients, in my case, which I did, I got a total surprise. I got smacked out of left field when I just mentioned the word cinema advertising to a client who I would never have expected to even be interested.
Wow.
And she was like, I didn't even tell her what it is. She said, well, what is that? I said, well, you basically advertise in movie theaters. Oh, I love that. That's great. A captive audience. And I'm like, wow, a woman gets it off the bat, right off the rip. And she says, I'm on board as long as you don't, gouge me for too much cash. I'm already off and running with that.
That's why we created so much flexibility, right? Because that's what happens sometimes is that these clients, sometimes they need that. They need you to be flexible. Sometimes some of these outlets out there, they don't give you that much control. They don't give you that much control. So it's pretty cool to hear that, you know, someone caught interest, and you know, that's pretty cool to hear. You know, at the end of the day, you know, this transition that we're doing here is for people like you know, for, you know, you guys are out there, you're putting in the groundwork, and you need the resources, and you know, that's all we're doing here essentially. And as I mentioned before, we can't afford to keep doing things the way we were. A lot of things are changing, and we needed a central point. And this central point basically is an area where you could come, you could set up calls again, you can log into the portals just like I showed you here. You could speak to other members and start really getting some real realistic work done. You know, I remember back in the day, Brian, when I started back in the day, it was like a nightmare, bro. It was just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It was surreal. It was hard. It was hard. I wish I had this back in the day. But now with what we've developed and designed here, you're going to be able to move forward with confidence. And I want to make it clear, Brian and I spoke one time, and you can see here off that one conversation, look at the steps he's taking moving forward. Like, it's the big difference. So it's pretty cool.
Absolutely, man. You know what? I don't know, maybe I was in your head, because I was thinking about 3 months ago, and I'm going to be honest with you guys about this. Guillermo knows that I'm in pretty much all of them platforms. I didn't get them all, but I'm the major ones that I was really interested in. But I hadn't been able to really use them effectively, and this is a game changer. And you know, if you're on the fence on this,
yeah.
I don't know, maybe G can charge you more if you want. If you're not happy with the $24.
I mean, I don't know. You probably shouldn't even be on this
webinar. It's a bargain, man. You can't,
you know. Hey, Brian, someone is asking, Rex Madden, he's asking if you're a retired Army.
Navy, sir. Retired Navy.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Yep, he's retired Navy. Yep.
Hey, I love my Army guys. You know, I could have went to the Army just as easily. It just depended on what recruiter chair you was sitting in when they caught you sleeping and pulled you in the office.
Well, but hey, Brian, look, I don't want to take up nobody's time here, but do me the favor, Brian, after this, email me. I'd love to get back on a call with you and keep the conversations going. I'm a big believer that as long as we keep the dialogue going, then we could essentially get you in the right place, you know, moving forward. So as long as we're moving forward, we're golden. Well,
I'm at 10 till, and I got an appointment coming up, so I got to run. I'm going to drop off this webinar and just tell you guys, hey, this is great, man. I'm telling you, you got to get on, because I'm looking forward to talking to a bunch of you guys, man, because there's some great stuff we can all do together and collaborate as a community. If anybody's interested in what the direction I'm going, you can look at bidtriton.com and see what my website that I'm preparing for the platform access, and maybe somebody can help me with some content. You know, I have to write it all myself. You know,
there you go.
So
I think the portal is perfect because, again, you know, you could network with everybody, and that's what I've been just emphasizing multiple times, is the fact that you network with people that are like-minded, that really are trying to land real clients.
Absolutely.
And the central point is going to be able to do that. I'm personally excited. I hate the fact that YouTube has gone this route, but you know, things happen for the better. You have to do what you have to do. So.
Yeah, this is absolutely the best thing we got now, man. We're ready to cook and book, boy. We're ready to rock and roll this. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to get in that portal and just start, you know, connecting and interacting with everyone in the group.
Let's do it.
I got to run, man. But you guys go and check out my site if you like.
I'm sorry. What are you saying?
It's a little you guys go check out the site, and then I'll contact you, Guillermo, here after when I get back from my appointment later this afternoon, and that will be getting going.
All right, Brian. All right. I appreciate your feedback, my friend, and we'll talk soon.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. So there you have it, guys. I mean, you got a perspective there live. I mean, I couldn't be more transparent. We literally, Brian and I connected, I want to say, I think it was on Thursday. I think it was last week. And that call was pretty cool. Like we had a great call, it was informative, we had a dialogue. And I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the link for everybody. Um, don't sleep on this, like he said, you know, you heard it from a Navy vet himself. Like, don't sleep on this. And one thing I know about, we got a bunch of military guys here on this call. You guys don't know how to stop. You guys just move forward and forward and forward. And I'm a big moving forward kind of person. So I don't sleep. There's times when I don't sleep. There's times where I'm just like working nonstop because that's what this is all about, you know? And I'm telling you now, this is going to be a really cool central point where you could teamwork with others, you know, and find out what they're doing. This is not like a place where you come and you feel like, damn, I'm pissed off today, so I'm just gonna leave it in the chat. I'm angry, you know, like no, like this is a place where you come and you're gonna meet other like-minded people who are trying to, like Brian said, trying to bring it all together, teamwork, create deals together. I remember some of the biggest deals I've closed have been with some of my own students. I'm going to tell you right now, Derby Perez, one of my biggest students, he not only was a member like you, we developed a relationship over time. I ended up helping him close multiple deals, you know, and I wish he was here so he can share that story, but that's crazy. We did a crazy number in like a day. I don't want to brag here because that's not what this is about. This is not the bragging call. But that's what this is all about, bringing everyone together, team working together, and closing more deals, essentially. That's what this is all about. So, any other questions would be great. Ronald Jackson is asking for the link. There's the link. George Wilson says, Brian, let's do it. So, hey, Brian, you have a couple of people that, you know, they'll connect with Brian. I'm sure you'll see him when he signs up. Ronald says he's also a Navy vet, I believe. Yep. So he says go Navy. Awesome. Great. So any last questions at all? I'd be happy to answer your questions. If not, I'm going to wrap this up. We got about like 5 minutes or so. And again, I just want to take you for a spin one more time. Remember the video feeds. You're going to see one video here today. Next week, you're going to see a lot more of my planned videos that I have, resources in this area so you could download them. You could book your call with us, set up that time for us to speak. You could access all of our platforms right within the platform, nice and easy. You have your announcements as well right here in this area, strategies that will form together. Remember, this is where it's all going to happen. So, for example, if you're maybe struggling with something, we're going to create those strategies together. You're getting a boatload of value here, guys. Like, you can take notes. So let's say we got on a call and you're like, okay, note 1, note 2, note 3. This is all while we're on the call. You could add attachments for me to see, you know, videos. I'll share videos with you. We'll share videos with each other. So it's just very, very cool. And again, you have that messaging capability. So for example, if you want to message Brian, he's not signed up yet because we just released the link today. But when he pops up here, you could just type in Brian. He'll pop up. You could write Brian and say, hey, Brian, hey, can we tag team on a deal? And then you start from there. Okay. I just dropped a lot of gems just now. Any other questions? So if you don't have access yet, remember, email me, devsupport@redtornmedia.app. I have something potentially to give you. I would love to touch base with you, G. So Steve, definitely reach out to me. Just make sure that you're signed up. Let's see here. So Chad is asking here, I don't know if this is a question or not, but he says, who is Wally? So Wally Shah, he's actually one of our head developers, and he also takes part in assisting us with support. Now, Asan is our head director. He is the guy that calls the shots in relations to the development and which way we need to go and so on and so forth. He's amazing. This is a creative genius. When I tell you right now, and this is not to hype anything up, he's someone that you really have to talk to and set up time with. There might be a bit of a language barrier, but I'm telling you, he's gotten better. And I'm sure Hassan, if you're watching, you already know. So, but definitely you want to set up that time for sure. Steve is already in. Congrats. All right, let's see here. So George, if you're looking for access to the white label, email me, devsupport@redtornmedia.app, and I'll make sure that my guys get on it right away. If you're in the portal, you know, everything else that I've explained is already there. Great. Awesome, guys. So we're going to wrap this up here. I appreciate you all. Remember to head over to redtornmedia.com/contributors with an S at the end. You got about 5 days or so. And remember, we're not going to keep things this low. We just can't do it. We're excited for this transition. We're excited for what this is going to do for our members. And we cannot wait to speak to you directly. So with that being said, thank you so much for coming out. And let's see here, Steve just came back, couldn't get through to support. That's so interesting. Looks like some of you are having issues emailing us. That's very interesting. All right, great. Email me, devsupport@redtornmedia.app, and I would be more than happy to help you. All right, speak soon. Take care.